significant amounts, but Dexter tagged to 58 is going to be the most susceptible player for the mousesports side. Attempted taps from Accord, does get that shot in on Mo. Kicks things off, drawing first blood in this map up. Now Dexter gets his swing and deals with Nor, but next flashes go over as Accord continues to peek and continues to pick. Adren and Nealon, 2v5 for these two. That bomb is on ramp. It can get to the side, but the bomb plant and the retake are going to be the main difficulties here for K23. That's a good shot on Accord. That's one way back in for Adren. He's desperately hunting for a new way in alongside Nealon, who's looking for the picks back on the P250. He'll tap and sustain some damage, but his bomb planter goes out of play, and it's all left to him. 1v4 situation. This is going to be a pistol for mousesports.
Very easy, wasn't it there for mousesports?
Away. Bomb can cross and get planted. This will be a retake here for the CT side. They are still doing damage, though, through the doorway. Adren, Nealon, now Norbert taking a nade to the face. And mousesports is the case of pushing further forward of this.
Oh, HE's on the side, get a couple of kills from Frozen, and now for K23, they've got to act, they've got to try and take a fight, get an advantage back. Norbert's taking a bit of a duel up towards this window position, find the first and get the second with the Galil, and they're just wasting time at this point forward. The CT's still trying to get into the side.
Still two scouts to make it happen. They've got to switch out some of the automatics. Norbert gets a third frag as finally B-Max trades it. Fame back in the back corner. Last man standing for K23 and gets both those players to...
Hammered by those nades. They were taking so much damage. Eventually being clutched out, but you're right about that bonus round. Fast play out from the long position. Bemis catches Nealon. Quick trade does come back from Fame, but a lot of damage.
Norbert eventually usurps him and moves closer to the elbow angle. Accord flashed off, B-Max burning, still takes a fight and wins one, allows Accord to follow suit with a secondary kill. 14 seconds, they've got to get to the site right now. That bomb's been dropped. Is it on elbow or has it been dropped to the CT spawn? I think it might have been dropped to CT. Either way, it's not enough time as Mo falls. Fame left alone trying to grab this AK, peeking into Rops, goes down before time, fortunate for him. As mid control for Adren. They might hear it. The AWP not looking the right way, but of course they'll adjust.
Bring more numbers back over towards the A side. Nade goes down towards that ramp position. Big nade onto Nealon.
They'll still get a kill. Actually doubles up for it. He should be traded by now. 4-on-3. They are on the A side. They just need the bomb plant. And mousesports are very far away from retaking positions. The smokes are up at the cross. They will start to fade now. But
maybe it's more so Nealon being like a secondary in-game leader and Adren's doing some secondary calling between one another. Both players have been in.
The AWP of Core still looks to get some shots in. Needs to land this first face at least. Facing with his teammate. That's a great sequence from Dexter and Core. Norbert and Mo find the trades though. So it's brought back to evens very quick off the trot.
There were so many flashes out for the T-side, and Norbert just wants to swing this wide. Another flash over. T-side have pretty much used all of their flashes.
Eventually, to concede that position and concede that bomb plant. Do mousesports want to go for the retake this time? With a kill on Adren might indicate that it's a good idea. Rops on 15 points of health though, 2 in the 1. And Smoke off on long, trying to siphon off the AWP, who gets caught off guard by Rops instead. And now Frozen knows he's a Gandalf. He should be able to realize this. The spray is good. The retake is good. Does the defuse come in time? I think it should. Indeed it does. 5 to the board of mousesports. So, wonderfully played there.
Relocate out towards the left-hand side of mid, but not going to happen. Flash for Adren to get him up towards the short position, and he even gets picked off by the AWP, but this is going to be a B play for the T's.
2 defenders, Rops and Frozen did a pretty decent job with the SMGs when they had the force buy in, and the AWP sees the first player, doesn't land the shot, second shot also misses out. He retreats back to the site as Frozen takes the onus of the lockout position. 2 frags found as Norbert and Nealon drop Mo, and Fame desperate to try and get something back. Fame's just blind firing, manic spraying as Mo tries to reposition from mid to B. He's being covered off by the players, looking back at cross, and out a window Dexter will finally be isolated. Fame gets a secondary frag, but Frozen deals with him, so leaving it all on Mo on 15 HP to clutch.
Reposition, and Frozen bails him out. He just gets a couple of great kills. Fame then starts running out, trying to just spam through that smoke, try and find... That's starting to allow more time for these smokes to dissipate. They've got no more cover now.
Plant secure. Dexter trying to isolate one player back at the short entrance, looking back to the site itself, expecting there to be an overextension from K23, but they're not going to opt to do so. mousesports have the flashes that can get them the entries. There's only a smoke and a flash on a single player each here for K23. Norbert We'll get one frag. Dexter finds the trade. The mid player, however, starting to strike Fame. Gets his frag. Doubles up on Dexter as well, leaving it all to 2.
Lurky out from the T side. You saw the way in which they went for those cross smokes towards short, try to get a short plant in, but then Norbert just ran out from the B side. We saw
Nades continuing to pour out. Counter flash at the ready to try and siphon them off. The AWP is going to see one take the frag. Now's the chance to try and bail him out. Flashbang's got to get a core away back towards the ramp control. Rops gets his pick on Norbert in the interim. And Adren rounds the corner, drops that bomb to the hands of a core. 2 AWP kills for him. And Mo and Fame realize that they're out of this round as all the lurk can come through towards the B site. We'll isolate that one pick and the AWP against the secondary frag, but 10 seconds to pick that bomb back up, get it planted on the site. They'll bait in the AWP shots, but as Fame goes down, Mo's got no opportunities. A core with 3. Force spray for BMAS, not as 100% effective against Fame, but counter flash is coming forward to allow the peek in. BMAS still not going to get the frags together. Actually, they're going to get overwhelmed on this side. Dexter doesn't get the 2 picks on the short control, but the bomb's been seen. 20 seconds left. He's going to try strike on another good player. If he can drop that bomb, then that might be enough to win the round. First player facing a Norbert. Dexter gets his triple and his quadra. Bomb back now in CT hands. AWP of Mo, desperate to find a pick back on towards the rest of the CT players, and does a dust against Dexter, and the second kill on Rops. But so long as Frozen stays alive, it won't matter to the T side. It will be 9 for mousesports. Ready for any more T side presence? When do they extend? When do they overextend? When that nade will come through instead, do all sorts of damage. Dexter with the spray, gets the frag to start things off. Ready for even more. Next player of Adren facing does escape past the smokes actually, so can get access to the site, allowing Neil a kill on Dexter. This is actually going to be a side plant here.
No, this is winnable for K23, but they've got to be able to find an advantage, and it's got to come down to Fame. He's the late lurk in the lower tunnels. He's got to time this right to do some damage.
The strike, looking back in from the mid doors. BMAS out along. Watching Norbert turned away from with the AWP, sees one BMAS with that frag, looking for the secondary one as Rops goes down. 3-on-3 scenario. Adren seen, dealt with by the likes of Frozen. 1v2 now for Fame, wearing around both CT players, getting the damage in. Can they get to the defuse in time? No. Frozen nowhere near it with the kit. And that stall from Fame again becomes the key element to get K23 past the finish line. Towards the B tunnels, which gets all the information back for where the T-side players are playing out of core. Looking for the first man. Nealon swings, gets the shot in. Deagle trying to deal with the mid player of Fame, takes some damage. Dexter can respond. That's a 2-for-1 trade, however, that favors K23. But a peek out from Norbert gives up his life to evens again.
Dexter's been playing super well on this CT side. Nades up towards the side. It's going to chunk down Nealon, and Mo is low on 22 points of health. CT's starting to slow walk in from the short position. Angle up towards ramp for Nealon. Only finds one. The trade comes out. Mo's got the angle on top of the bomb out from this long position. Needs to hit the shot, and it doesn't happen. Adren going to try and back him up from this short position. Bomb's being tapped, not being stuck. Frozen finds the trade, and now he's just going to try and stick it. He can stick the whole defuse. Adren not going to get there in time, and it doesn't happen. A really nice play there for mousesports. They realize
here.
They've never done this before. Adren's going to wait for the backstab. Timing is everything, and he loses the fight. What a startup for A-Core.
Got to turn back towards the tunnels position. No, Nealon with his shots, and that allows the second kill for the AK this time. The M4 of Dexter back behind Carter, haven't read it. Bomb dropped, 2 kills, rounds done. Mo in the 1v5, and it looks like mousesports will claim that 11-4 out of the CT side. Wonderful stuff from them this half. K23 feeling like they didn't stand a chance there. Into this series, Dweg. If they lose the pistol, mousesports probably on to take the map up and kick things off in the series. Adren, getting kills alongside Norbert. Actually, that's a good 2-for-1 out of the longhouse as the pistol gets started explosively. Indeed, the shots continue for K23 as now they look like for the first time in a very long time, they are in full control of the situation at hand.
3 more players, all just trying to stand around. Beaver's trying to see if he can get those block shots out, but eventually it will be the swing in from Fame to get K.
He needs to. Well, he's going to catch the information, and now they've seen a total of 3 players back there. Mo might have connected 1, but Nealon's going to be the casualty. 5-on-4, bomb plant secured, retake on for K23.
Things are looking pretty juicy here for the T side as now A-Core gets involved. 5-on-3, they've even seen the player out from CT, and the K23 just save from here. Do they even want to try and go for this?
The golden question, Well, Norbert does get one frag back, indicating they are going to go for this. He leads the charge, and the other flash is coming in with the CT side. Frozen and B-Match held back here at the ramp control. Mo gets another good pick. M4 bursting around a corner, gets it down to just one player of Robs. Deagle tapping, spamming, getting one frag. Needs to swing now. Second frag. He can't see the last man. He captures the pixel. Refuses being stunned, but Robs just forward for the K23 side. I don't think they even think they're aware of it. Dexter tries to act towards mid, looks for that first pick, gets it on Adren. 5 versus 4. Rops makes it now to 3. K23 falling apart at the seams. The B site's completely open. This should be a bomb plant.
Beautiful, beautiful default turning into a fake. We see the way that mousesports have got that player from Rops in the upper tunnels. They put the
swings through and Frozen and Dexter looking up and over. Seeing the one, taps through, seeing the second, also tapped on Nin and Norbert. Actually do get a couple of exits, making it 3 kills between those players, but in the end, yeah, and that's hindered them pretty significantly. I mean, the M4s haven't done much better. BMAS in with the frag on Norbert. So much more to be done. Nealon does force forward, get 2, but Rops there with a quick response to a 3 versus 3. And Mo with the M4 swing back. Rops drops him the same. 1 man left of the Adren on the site here. This M4A1S got everything to do, everything to find. Finds that first player at least, but doesn't get the kill on him. Fame all alone. 1 versus 3 situation. An impossible retake. If he gets it, it would be clutch of the day, but something tells me that's not going to happen.
It comes down to the youngster, and he's already given his position away. HE on towards the side could do some damage onto Dexter, down to about half HP. How does he try and play this? Smoke goes down, flash over the top. You just got to hope to try and get these individual picks. Does find the first, but can't quite transition over towards the second. Come through, Norbert trying to see if he can get a couple of pop shots through that smoke, but bomb plant coming in, retake underway.
Mousesports have faced absolutely no resistance. K23 are going to have to force forward soon. Norbert's first man out with the defuse kit in tow. It drops. Frozen gets that one frag. B-Mash traded Frozen and a core, getting more picks back. Knives in for Frozen will be dealt with by Fame. The last player standing gets 3 kills to his name. On for the quadra, but well out of time. And no chance left in this round. Both players will go out with the bomb, but it will be a pistol for Mousesports. Fame's hoping for some sort of face here from the Palace angle. Mo gets his face in from the connector position, trying to take damage on the second player. Nealon gets that frag involved. 2-for-1 trades to favor the CT side, but Scout is finally overwhelmed. Nealon still gets some picks in. The nade supporting, now all on Frozen, 1 versus 2. And hey, K23's eco base, this is going to work well for them. Bomb plant will be secured by Mousesports, so they have a bit of bonus cash to go into the next round with, but to lose this to what is essentially an eco buy, that'll be wonders for up at the CT side. Flash is going over, nades close. Norbert lands his headshot, nice and easy. And there you go. K23 in with a return round.
Probably not expecting that one, Mousesports. It things like everything was going right for them on that default. They come up towards the connector position, and Mo starts off with a great tap, and then Nealon gets a couple of kills. And between Norbert and Adren, they just work together. The
limitations and certain factors. Fast play up for Frozen, burning, tanking, nades. B-Mass also takes some damage, but Frozen gets that first kill. Nealon trades it back with his own HE in a 4 versus 4, and backup is on the way. The AWP has already arrived here. Flashes over and Nealon gets his secondary frag on the M4 spray. Backup's right behind him. Mousesports need to get to the site. The bomb has committed at this stage. 1 player waiting back in short for rotations, but again, the main CT force is already here towards the A site, the B site, excuse me. Adren gets a core. Rops there with the trade, needs to respond to the site, sees that player at bench, needs to tap his head off his shoulders, taking some damage. Dexter deals with Nealon to a 2 versus 2. AWP firing away. Dexter's tag still lands the flicks to the heads. He was a great player in that first map and looks to be the exact same thing here in the second. Mousesports now surrounding Adren from both accounts. He'll drop that bomb temporarily, but Rops peeks in at the right back.
Yeah, A-Core looking to try and challenge this AWP out towards a short position. Oh, Mo misses the shot, and A-Core just punishes.
That's not how you want that duel to go. You had that angle, like the tightest angle for the CT side. No one should be losing that. Flashes over Adren in the corner, and Dexter jump shot connects the head. A core gets Nealon as well. 2 left for K23, and well, Norbert will try fight through the murder hole. Turn away from Frozen, actually gets that 1 pick back, and Fame gets the bomb carrier. This has actually become doable here. 30 seconds left. Mousesports have got to pick up the bomb and plant it.
They've got to get more, though. That's the problem. Fame just gets mollied out from ramp, so he can't really peek. They plant open for Connector. Norbert has got to be able to find another pick out from CT, and he does. It's back to a 2 versus 2, and this is an aggressive play round from CT. Norbert almost follows up. 12 HP for Bemis. That incendiary might force him out to the open, and now it's down to the 1v1.
Core watching the cross, knowing that there's Fame. Only one place he can peek towards, trying to bait in the AWP shot, but Core lands it. 3 kills to him to just clutch the round together for him.
The way that they peek off one another, the way that they bring back a 2v5, it's just unfortunate that they don't close it out in the end. A bit of aggression now coming through from Palace. At least they get a one-on-one trade, but it's going to be a fast play out from ramp for the T's.
Or Dexter doesn't turn his back to the sandwich though, and Mo can get that frag. A 4-on-3 with the damage being done. Norbert catches BMAS in the open, and mousesports just running out to lose all the picks. The map 10 picked up by Mo should get forced away by the AWP, but of course still missing his shots. At least Frozen's found a way to siphon off the rotations, cut them away from the B bomb site, but as I say that, Norbert heard Norbert up in the apartments missing his bullet, so Akor knows that he's there. Sees the shoulder, but walks right into the hands of Mo. Scene gets some confident wins on the board to remember what it is like to win again. Well, they might get the win right here against K23. Akor dealing with Faye. Mo finds the trade though. Simple responses from K23. They're starting to look a little bit better here in these last few rounds as in comparison to the rest of the series. Molotovs will try to see if they can force damage done. Dexter working into the mid control to siphon off the rotators. Gets one frag, not quite the second though. 3v3, that bomb will attempt to go for it down on default. That's risky. The AWP still flicks towards the first and gets the second. Nice and easy. Mo. And again, he's been fantastic in this series. Shot not going to go his way here in mid.
A lot of players grouping up towards the apartments, and even Akor finds that first player. Norbert getting aggressive, and the double AWPs are gone already. B-side open. This has got to be a save, like, now.
Yeah. Oh, missed utility as well from Nealon, trying his best to fight hard, and BMAS, secondary kill on Fame. One left on Adren. And that is the international steamroll, I think, from mousesports. 8 on the board. K23. All 5 players falling. Firing the AWP blind, hoping to get a pick. Adren sprayed through to 23 HP. Nades on. Mousesports are just playing this whole thing to perfection.
They don't know about Fame, though, but he only gets 1 kill, and now they know he's out towards Palace. They can keep trying to drive that player away, see if they can use those flashes. Lurk smoke coming through. Fame looking to keep fighting.
4v3, Fame swinging back. Oh, the AWP's got 3 good picks. Is he on for a quadra? No, he's not. Frozen just gets the trade, but Norbert responds. And now Frozen's left to clutch it of his own right. 1v1. Flash is over. He's now known here in jungle. Norbert swings back, knows that he can cross. Got the kit. Tap on the bomb. Back turn. Sticking the whole thing. Frozen's got to swing. Frozen's got to swing. He just gets the spray in and just wins it.
AK versus Famash, we're almost expecting the timing to be perfect here from Dexter. Ramp play comes out, and Trent gets the first pick. They're running through the smoke, flash over the top. The trade needs to come in, and so it does. More fights coming in. Bemis with 2. Dexter now doing damage up towards Fame. Chaos on the A side.
Well, Fame will be able to respond towards the IGL bomb plant. Scored by BMAS 3v2. He was in a clutch of his own right. Akor tagged heavy, so it might rest to BMAS to get the ace. Flash is coming in, Molotov's going down. They're both in the exact same position. Does one offer themselves up as a sacrifice? Akor receiving fire. M4 burst sprays back. He gets himself a 3rd. Quadra attempts. Seeing his man burst through. Akor goes down. Now BMAS has to get the ace. Seeing swings left, right, and center. Taking dinks back and forth. Swing upon Mo. Gets that 4K. In for the ace. Chance available, but Fame gets the pick. No kit though, so no time. BMAS has still won the round.
Is that another clutch that gets won by mousesports? Oh my goodness. They needed a kit in play.
7-2, and it just gets worse and worse as the time it ticks by for K23. Fame can't even get his aggressive play at core there to bail out BMAS. Keep him in play because I know how valuable of a player he can really be from us. O'Neal will start swinging, slow face, a core, 2nd kill. Easy. Oh, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Oh, he's got the tag on Adren. The Molotov will burn him, and Rops. On the bomb, plants at the last second. But it's an A play. Down, open for connector. And the retake is so far.
For so long, they know the only place that the CTs can be is in the B site. There's no other way that they've escaped back towards T-spawn. Great duel from Robson to Norbert.
He's a religious man. He's praying to the Lord above right now. Oh, but his prayers have fallen on deaf ears. Smoke's down. And Dexter gets his kill in. Because of course he does. Frag found easy. 1 minute to go to the clock. mousesports just playing up their defaults to stand, and K23 might be giving up even more frags, especially in Mo's case. Flashed out in mid, doesn't get the kill. 5 on 3, mousesports just looking so primed and ready to deal with this. Norbert will find one response, but trade's easy. Bob's site B is open.
Yeah. Fame and Adren trying to see if they can go in for the retake, but even Adren just gets caught off by the NWP. 15 kills up for Acor, and the youngster of Fame is just trying to hide up towards the A side. Not going to happen. 13-2 for mousesports.
Goes live. Dexter with the kit and the HE, seeing what's coming his way. Ready with the nade up to the apartments. It's frozen there with the first tap of the headshot. Mo trades it. Dexter tapping back and unable to land a secondary pick. Norbert is tagged at least, so it leaves a core and co a real good chance to set the retake up.
Fame's actually taking a bit of a duel out from mid too. Acor looking to try and see if he can bust his way in from market incredibly quickly, get that trade back, gets goosed up in the process, and now the Glock starts swinging in. Mo and Norbert getting a couple of kills apiece, and Bemis is now the last one left out from connector. A great start from K23 in the pistol. Bemis has found one.
Will have themselves a third, and like we mentioned before, they needed the pistol. Need to follow it up
Towards a B-side play.
Flashes incendiaries, Dexter and Frozen on the site. Defensive held from Frozen for one frag, not quite the second. Nealon there with a trade. Dexter does see Nealon making his way back towards bench. He's completely blind, but that flashbang put up by a core. Seeing a Dren in the window, gets his double before he burns. To a 3-on-2 advantage for mousesports. Rops sneaking his way past the smoke mode, being seen as he fades his way forward. Of it, Fame with the bomb plant, trying to secure it towards the default plant position, but now needs a 1v3 clutch. It's not going to happen. Rops. Some sort of smoke up here. Nealon. Alto in position. They're going to smoke off the jungle area. BMAS gets out of dodge. Core gets that one frag. Norbert can trade it, but BMAS lines up the spray through the boxes. Trying to get the triple. Norbert trades it. Rocks with a response back and doubles up in from the CT spawn control. Doing damage to Norbert. Burst through in the connector control. And Fame does actually find 2 deagle kills in from ramp. Okay. Question from the mousesports side. Didn't see that one coming, and apparently neither did they.
Oh, Acor, perfectly done there. Molly comes out, baits Norbert out into the open. He can't just hold his ground. Now, Fame's already been tagged up quite heavily. Acor coming back out from CT, but they need more help in rotations. And a late lurk from Nealon is trying to fake out towards the B side. He gets a pick now.
That bomb's going to be heard, though. Will Acor try and deny? No, he won't. He'll try and look back at that cross, but also firing away. Giving up his position. Dexter's nowhere near in position to support him, and they're just going to escape dodge here. Frag at the murder hole for Adren, and a core left alone with the weapon again. He is known to the T side, so they'll hunt him. They'll take him down with that 6th round, a survival round, a 4K23 to extend. I think he may have seen a pixel on Mo. Nade onto his position, Norbert not known, and that allows Mo to peek out, throwing a core completely off kilter.
Is here.
Swing out the M4, Mo still gets the pick in, 5v3. Frozen's responds towards it, and Smoke goes back as well. Moving him back away even further from the B site. The 2-for-1 trades. The M4 swings back on Fame, gets the dome down, and now we stand at evens. Adren waiting for the next CT to face.
Oh, no
way! At the round and match. 10 left, waiting back, passive, Norbert sees him, the kill comes in, it's over. Mo can clutch all he wants, he can get all the kills, but as long as one stays alive, mousesports will have this map and this series.